Hi there! And you may wonder where I'm at. Am I in the backcountry somewhere? No, I'm not. I'm in the capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires, literally meaning good airs. You can see the city right behind me. Buenos Aires was, I think, founded in 1536 when Pedro de Mendoza and 1500 of his crew set foot here on the Rio de la Plata. And the Rio de la Plata is about 1 or 2 kilometers that way. It's the water that harbors both Buenos Aires and on the other side Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay. The city proper has 3 million inhabitants. So Santiago, where I was 1.5 weeks ago, is bigger, city proper. But the metropolitan area is almost 14 million people here in Buenos Aires. And that makes it the second largest metropolitan area of South America. The biggest one being Sao Paulo, where I have biked. Check it out. Alright, let's start our traditional geography lesson, which I usually do when I start a sequence of videos for a new city. Over here is South America. And when we zoom in a little bit, you can see right here the country of Argentina. Argentina, as this map shows, is a pretty big country. In fact, it's the second largest country of the continent of South America. It has about 47 million people. And you can see on the west that it shares a long border with Chile, the country that was featured on my channel very recently. Now, its capital, Buenos Aires, is right over here. And a large body of water called the Rio de la Plata. That same body of water also harbors, as you can see right there, the capital of Uruguay, Montevideo. I also did a sequence of videos there, but it still has to be uploaded. Let's zoom in a little bit more on Buenos Aires. Right here. Pretty big city. It has about 48 neighborhoods, also known as barrios, and I'm showing those right now on the screen. These barrios are in turn grouped into 15 comunas, and they are sorted by color in the picture that you see right now. And if you wonder where I am right now, I'll show you. I am right here with, to the left of me, the whole city, and on the right the Reserva Ecologica Costanera Sur, which separates the city from the Rio de la Plata. Fun fact is that I arrived here by ferry just a few hours ago from Montevideo. Took an hour or so to cross the Rio de la Plata. We had just arrived in Buenos Aires and all suitcases had to go through the scanner there. And my suitcase gave some kind of alert and it turned out to be the skiers. And I wasn't really planning on doing this trip this afternoon, but tomorrow it will be thunderstorms. So yeah, I have to go today. Alright, so we're gonna hit the town soon. That will be quite a nice task. I have a large cheat sheet today because I'm gonna show you a lot of, well, touristy things. First meters in Buenos Aires. It all looks nice and easily doable here. But I'm gonna hit the town center soon. That will be a different story. It's winter time here. It's, I think, 12 or 13 degrees Celsius. It's okay. The good news is that makes this not the tourist season. And that also makes it, you know, more authentic, I would say, to visit the city. So we'll see. We have some roads to cross over here. This being the first one. And it's green lights. There we go. First road crossing in Buenos Aires, many more to follow. Yeah, I might as well hit the road instead of the sidewalks. There are a lot of bikers, I think, relatively speaking, in Buenos Aires. Bike-friendly city. Now, as a inhabitant of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, I can only applaud that, of course. Keep rocking, Buenos Aires. So this area that we're at right now is called Puerto Madero, the old port. This is the area where the first European immigrants set foot in Argentina, and during the 19th century this place was booming because of the trade, port. But after the Second World War the trade decreased and the place went to a serious decay. I think more cities have had that problem. Buenos Aires decided to completely renew this place, give it a complete makeover. And you can see that, luxury apartment buildings, for example.
luxury apartment buildings. A park, complete makeover, this area. And one of the crown jewels is the bridge over there. I'm gonna go there right now. It's called Puente de la Mujer Bridge. And it connects this place that got the whole makeover, the old port, with the city center of Buenos Aires, which you see in the back over there. As I walked over here, I noticed that that building over there, the big building that you see over there, is the Ministry of Defense. Heavily guarded, of course, and here is that crown jewel bridge that we're gonna visit right now. So let's take a look. I'm very happy with my cheat sheet. I cannot remember all those details, but I really think they add to the video a little bit of history and background. You can still see the remnants of the past, right? Old cranes. Yeah, but this gives you a good view on the old port area and how it is being renewed. Because it's still building, as I noticed. Yeah, several cranes have been left as a tribute to the past, the origins of this place. So right there in the back, they're still building. But a lot of fancy residential buildings. Whew. That may be a remnant of the past as well.
Yeah, these are the old silos of Dock 3 in Puerto Madero, and the artwork that you see aims to show solidarity with the women's movement in Argentina. And from left to right, you can read the words, "You can't live without us," "power," "pleasure," "property," "equality," "empathy," "independence," "doubt," "belief," and "women." But hold on, there's more to this square that I was aware of, and I only realized this when I was editing the video. This square is called Plaza de Holanda, and I am from Holanda. You can even check out the orange color, our national color. Right there in the back, you can see the monument. How could I have missed this? And I did some homework on this, and one of the reasons for this name could be the nearby Dutch embassy. I didn't realize when I was there, but check it out. Over there, that's the Dutch embassy. I can even see the flag right there. Back home. Other sources suggest that the name is because of the resemblance with the Dutch canals. I personally believe that it's a little bit far-fetched. Here are the most famous canals of the Netherlands. Those of my hometown of Amsterdam. I don't think it looks like this spot.
Dancers. Okay, view from the other side of the bridge. That pavement doesn't look too good, so I think I'm forced to take the stairs over there. First I have to walk a little bit, because these cobblestones look awful. Yeah, walking my way out of this place. Some cobblestones are just impossible and too risky. So it will increasingly get more crowded here. That's for sure. Oh, the fun. The stairs. Well, that wasn't too hard. Of course, just boring. I want to point out the bike system over there. Kudos to Buenos Aires for having a bike system. Nice opportunity for a 360, for sure. Because we're somewhat elevated. Now we're at the right elevation. The real work is about to start. Looking forward to it. And here's a bike lane. Let's take it. Not the greatest pavement ever, but I should really stop whining about these things. Right there, that kind of orange building is a famous building. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the most important square of Buenos Aires. Some say the most important square of Argentina, Plaza Mayo. Yes, we're gonna spend some time here. Because there's a lot to discuss. I guess the importance of this square for the country is well illustrated by the fact there is a huge flag here of the country, right there. Alright, let me get my cheat sheet out, because we have a lot to discuss. Well, let's first get a 360. And that 360 includes, for this occasion, my inline skates, my Wheels Abroad skates, who really are retired already by now. But I simply like them too much for my adventures abroad. So I told you already, most people consider this the most important square of the country. And that's partially at least because some of Argentina's most important events in history have taken place here. And that includes also demonstrations. It also includes the beginning of the May Revolution, which is a key event in Argentina declaring independence from Spanish colonial rule. And that occurred on May 25, 1810. And you can see 25 Mayo 1810. There's a statue here in the middle of the square commemorating that particular day. Now, I certainly had heard already of the mothers of Plaza de Mayo. They began demonstrating decades ago when people kept disappearing under the military dictatorship by Jorge Rafael Videla. And they keep demonstrating, as I understand it, until this very day. And as I understand it, every Thursday around 15:30, the grandmothers walk around the plaza close to this statue over here to keep the subject alive. And now it has turned into protests against the people that were responsible for those disappearances decades ago. And what I found very interesting is that there's even a college founded by them. We're going to visit that. It's in one of the side streets here. And more info on that when we get there. Now, this building over here, you already see quite a few people making pictures of it. There is a reason for that. It's a famous building. I pointed it out already in one of the earlier segments. It's the Casa Rosada, the presidential office. I don't think that's its major claim to fame. Its major claim to fame is its association with Eva Perón. It was from those balconies where Juan and Evita Perón addressed the masses right here at the square during the late 1940s and the early 1950s. So I certainly had heard of these stories before I came here, long time ago already. Juan Perón was president at the time, and his wife, Eva Perón, better known as Evita, was a very popular figure in the country of Argentina. She had a really big heart for human rights, especially concerning the rights of women and the rights of the poor. And she was even planning to run for vice president. But she announced on August 31st in 1951, right here, I don't know which balcony, that she would not run for vice president, amongst others, because she had a severe form of cancer. And it was also right here that she gave her final farewell speech. And what I read is that by that time she was so sick already that her husband had to physically support her to be able to have her give a speech. And she died on July 26, 1952. And what I did not know is that she was only 33 when that happened. Only 33. And she's really an icon here in the country. I read online that some people call her the daughter of Argentina. And the reason I know her is probably the same reason why a lot of other people know her. There was I grew up with songs of Madonna. And Madonna had a song called Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. It's a very fascinating story. But that's this building right here. And as I understand it, it's still the office of the president. to date as it was back then. Well, you know the drill, right? Whenever I see a tourist bus, I always like to think how much cooler it is to use inline skates for visiting a city. There you go. Anyway, with Casa Rosada in the back, we're heading toward the next target at this square, which is the Metropolitan Cathedral of Buenos Aires, where the current Pope, Pope Francis, used to lead masses, because the current Pope is from Argentina, and that's right here. Obviously I'm not gonna go in with inline skates. You can imagine that that is a very important building, given that Argentina is a Catholic country. So the name of this building is Cabildo. It's the former seat of colonial power. Currently it's a museum. And I think I have done all the items of interest. Let's take the road for a change. All the items of interest at the Plaza Mayo. But there's one building left that I promised to show you, and I think, if I remember correctly, it's on the right here, but we'll see. I'll see you there. I found it. It's right here. It's the university that the mothers of the Plaza de Mayo founded, as I mentioned already earlier in this video. The official name is the National University Institute for Human Rights Mothers of Plaza de Mayo, and formerly it was called the Popular University of the Mothers of Plaza de Mayo. I checked out their webpage and they offer degrees in 6 fields of studies. And I think on the wall is a picture of one of the mothers of the Plaza de Mayo. So I'm gonna pass by the university here and check out the painting on the wall. I have to take that street over there, but it's only one-way traffic here, so it's time for a circle around the Plaza de Mayo. Come and join me. Okay, heading into Avenida de Mayo. Fun times. I mean that. It is fun. I like this. Yeah, sharing the road with buses and cars. It's actually really not too bad. It's quite alright. Now we're on our way to what multiple sources online proclaim to be the widest avenue of the world. I think I read that the road has 16 lanes. 16. Well, let's see and count. Okay, that widest road of the world coming up. Julio 9. Interesting, because the main road in Montevideo, where I just came from, the city I just came from, is Julio 18. 18 of July. So apparently something big happened in Argentina on the 9th of July at whatever time point in history. Here we go. Let's count lanes, people. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 10 bus lanes, 11, 12 bus lanes, then 5 more lanes, 17, and 3 more here is 20, so minus the 4 bus lanes, 16 lanes indeed. The claim is correct, at least in the number of lanes, and we might as well just take the bus platform for that, right? This bus platform is in the middle of that really wide street, Julio 9. It's an express bus service, I think. Let's do this diagonally. There we go. Well, maybe the view is even better from here. Pavement isn't. There you go. I can see the name that it's dedicated to. So here's the obelisk for you. Obelisco. The most famous landmark of the city, and for some people the symbol of the city. And it was built in 1936 as a monument to the 400th anniversary of the city of Buenos Aires. I told you at the beginning of this video that in 1536 Pedro de Mendoza set foot here in the city with his buddies. And this is a commemoration of the 400th anniversary of the city of Buenos Aires. Oh, cobblestones over here on the right. Although they don't look so bad. Oh, that looks doable. Hey, it looks like Amsterdam. The pigeons. People are hanging out here. That's so funny, huh? The chill out place in the middle of what is claimed to be the widest street in terms of number of lanes of the world. People are just hanging out here. Oh, there on the side I see the name of Pedro de Mendoza. Ah, the bus is in the way. Maybe if I go stand over here. Yeah. You see the name Don Pedro de Mendoza right there. Above it, the term Buenos Aires a la República. Cool. I want to give you a 360 here because it's very obvious that Buenos Aires, not surprisingly, has this big city vibe. There you go. Now the obelisk will be in the way, obviously, but you got the feeling. Yeah, this big city vibe. I hope you can feel it. It sucks a little bit. I have to take that road over there. But it's a one-way road in the wrong direction. So that leaves me nothing but the sidewalks. Something fun coming up. You know, given my travel history in the last 1.5 weeks. Right here in Buenos Aires is subway station Uruguay. I just came from Uruguay this morning. I thought that was cool. I just wanted to be here and take a picture. Ah, the road again. Nice. Is that police? The army? Not entirely sure what's going on here. Bus passing. Fun! Fun, fun, fun. Bus stopping. Also fun.
Yeah, about this kind of stuff and more generally about urban inline skating, I value to make one disclaimer in the first video of a whole string on a new city, and that is that it's not for the inexperienced. That's fair to say. But I've gathered a lot of experience over the years by inline skating an awful lot in my hometown of Amsterdam, and also inline skating in a lot of cities all over the globe. Moreover, the GoPro camera makes things look closer than they are. You have to believe me that I always feel in control and I don't feel unsafe in maneuvers like this.
Alright, I should be close to my next target. an iconic building of the city of Buenos Aires. Right here. I don't think there's an optimal position to enjoy its view. This should do it. This is called Palacio Barolo. It's more than 100 years old. Its construction was finished in 1923. So at the time it was kind of a skyscraper, and in fact for a decade it has been Buenos Aires' tallest building. 100 meters high, 22 floors, and nowadays there are offices inside, a school, a store, etc. It's an interesting architecture, that's for sure. Hope you can see it. Okay, now let's go and talk politics, because I think I'm at the Plaza del Congreso, Square of the Congress. That's exactly the building that you see over there, the political heart of Argentina, right there. You know, let's cross the street here. There's a green light. All right. So this is a plaza, yes. It's a collection of 3 plazas, in fact. The Plaza del Congreso is, if I understand correctly, only one of the 3. The other 2 are called Plaza Lorea and Plaza Mariano Moreno. So what we're looking at right here is the Palace of the Argentine National Congress. So the 2 chambers of Argentina's National Congress convene here, like in many other countries. Political heart. You know, the big statue in front of the Congress looks pretty impressive, but I somehow overlooked it and have not written down anything about it. My cheat sheet. So I cannot tell you right away what this statue is about, but it most likely has something to do with politics. La Nación Argentina. Yes. Congreso 1816. Maybe this has something to do with the Constitution. Not entirely sure. But it has something to do with the nation of Argentina. Let me give you a 360 here. Here's that plaza. The other 2 plazas I think are over there. Big flag again. In the back, right behind that building with the kind of orange top, is the skyscraper, the historic skyscraper I just talked about. That's the end of my cheat sheet. The end of my string of touristy highlights. This also concludes part 1 of this trip. Join me in part 2. I'm now going to continue. I have no particular endpoint, except for that I need to find a subway station. In fact, in part 2 I will take you to the terminal station of subway line E. That wasn't planned, but it was a nice symbolic ending. And you'll see all the neighborhoods that I crossed en route to that terminal subway station. So come and join me.
Moreover, there will be a lot more exploration on wheels coming up, so stay tuned. I would skate 3 more times in the city, as a matter of fact. I would make my way southwest to the notorious Via Soldati. I also took my skates west for 8 kilometers on one single road only, Avenida Cordoba. And last, as mentioned in the current video already, I set myself a personal record by skating Julio 9, the widest street of the world, back and forth for its full length. That took me almost an hour. I also used bike wheels to explore the city of Buenos Aires. I made my way with my bike to Palermo, which is a very posh area, as well as to La Boca, a neighborhood with some key highlights but definitely also rough on the edges. Truth be told though, I'm not a fan of soccer, but even I knew Boca Juniors, and here you see its stadium. So stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see more of Buenos Aires from all different angles, but always on wheels.